that may take care of the crowd.
It's okay. I'm trying to monitor.
Okay, myself and many of us are here because we're concerned about hopefully a rumor that the noise ordinance is looking to be changed in Franklin County. We do not want it changed. If there's a problem with enforcement, deal with that. Don't change this. We don't want it changed.
Right.
It does not only affect bars and taverns, it affects wedding venues. You can't have evening weddings anymore because receptions, maybe you have music. You can't have, there's a new rodeo arena here on Moulton Road. They can't have their rodeos after 9 o'clock because they can't use the loudspeakers. 9 a.m. is a ridiculous restriction. If this is, I see that it's not on the agenda tonight. I want y'all to tell me, when will it be, if it will be on an agenda for us to return? Will it be on any agenda? Is this something you're discussing?
I have no knowledge right now about that, but when it does come to that, there will be public notice if it does come to that. Yes.
Okay. Mr. Schreiber?
Yeah, I'll be glad to speak to it.
We would love to hear what you want, are you going to put it up for?
I'll speak if that's, because this really isn't the rule of order of the room, so I want the chairman to be on board before I.
Yeah, I recognize if you'd like to comment.
So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where the rumor got to 9 o'clock, but I spoke about a venue that at 10 o'clock at night, they could hear it a mile away. I didn't say 10 o'clock was the number. Again, we took a snippet out of a press release or a Facebook post or whatever, and we turned it into a firestorm. The concern is enforcing the rule when you and I have a right to privacy after that ordinance is done. I went to sit down and talked to Buck last week for a good hour and a half. Enjoyed some tacos, a beverage, tipped a waitress, knew some people there I knew.
Had a good time too, didn't you?
I had a nice time. Thank you very much. And the food was good. And I learned at noon on Friday, he's open for lunch, which I did not know. So anyway, the so what of it is, look folks, here's my point.
He's open for breakfast, the best breakfast you can get. It's all that.
So listen, here's the point that I want to make. We have to be very careful in what you pick up and take from a snippet somewhere. I did my best with the time I had to get on social media, which I'm not a social media person, and quell this, but every time I try to say something, somebody ran over top of me like a railroad train. Okay? And that doesn't help anybody get anywhere. Buck says he stops at 11 o'clock sharp, and I believe him, and he's not why I brought this up. I brought this up because when people tell the law or the county that your ordinance doesn't matter because they can't legally shut you down, that's a problem because we all need to be decent and orderly and neighborly. That needs to be dealt with, folks, okay? Because you ain't gonna have, because we all need to be civilized and live together within the rules and scopes of what we have. That was the whole context of what I said that night. So please, the bottom line is, and this is the only thing that matters, it's not about me or about what you perceive of me, it's about what you are willing to listen to. Go to the source. One gentleman was burning me up. I said, look, send me your number. He didn't want to talk. I talked to him. I was going to go meet him, but he didn't want to. He just wanted to fuss and complain. I have no intentions of driving this bus towards making a 9 o'clock, which I don't know where that came from. But I do have full intentions of having this board talk about the opportunity to enforce that rule when it becomes and needs to be enforced, whether that's our sheriff or whether that's the government in some other way. And when I talked to Buck, and Buck, you raise your hand and scream bloody murder if I'm lying right here. But Buck and I agreed that what was on the books wasn't a problem as far as the time was concerned, and it suited him just fine.
Yes, sir.
What is the time? What is
So
the time?
I'm done because Buck said he was that I was that he's
What is on the books is fine. What is on the books is fine. And Mr. Schreiber, we are coming to the horse's mouth. That's why we're here.
Well, that's why I'm glad.
That's why we're here. But also you had a snippet of somebody complaining. Well, there was a snippet yesterday of somebody that didn't. And I was at Buck's yesterday while they did the pink ribbon breast cancer benefit that he hosted. And a car pulls up in front of me with these two women in it, and one gets out and goes into the bar. the others opened the door and started talking to me, and I went over and was talking to her. She's 80 years old, lives in Patterson Woods, just a little ways down from Bud's Tavern. And she was there. She'd had a stroke. She couldn't walk. She got her daughter to drive her down there so she could sign the petition to keep this noise ordinance as it is. She said when the weather's nice, she rolls her wheelchair out on her back deck and listens to the music. So there are people who love it, as well as some people that might think that 11 o'clock is like way too late. But there's just as many people or more that have no problem with it. There's not been any complaints over there. But it's not just about Bud's Tavern. They're all over the county. There's events that go on after 9 o'clock in the summer is sundown.
Again, that's not my comment.
Well, I read your Facebook post,
Did
and
it say 9 o'clock?
I'd have to go back and look, because
I
I
would
don't have a
challenge you
good
to do it.
memory, but
I would challenge you to do it
it was,
because I think
it
the
was
light
much
bulb
too
effect is
early.
there.
It needs to stay the same, and that's what all of these people are here for. We want to say, stay the same and enforce it.
Absolutely.
Oh, let me just interrupt one time. I did go to your
Yes, you
establishment
did. I saw
Thursday night, had a good time, did a lot of observing, was very impressed. The thing that stuck out the worst, that probably the most to me, was all good language there. I didn't hear a lot of ugly, raw language, and I said, boy, that really stood out right there. I saw people playing darts, I saw people playing pool, and that sounds like a good recreation avenue for us. But I enjoyed it, and I'd be hard pushed to oppose anything from your establishment or anything just like that, I'm gonna tell you that.
So this is-
Like I told you Thursday night, we need more like you.
We need a
I
way
get
of
that.
knowing if this does come up, not enforcement, but changing the noise ordinance. We want a way, not everybody reads the Franklin Times.
Right.
Where can we find that information easily for the agenda each month or?
I'll make a commitment to you, ma'am. If I hear something, I'll let Buck know. I'll talk on that.
Yeah.
Okay,
And he can get the word out.
Okay.
If there needs to be word out. I'll
Now-
make that commitment to you.
thank you. And now the fire marshal can calm down.